If you're in the market for your first drone and not sure what to get, in this video I'll explain why the DJI Mini 2 drone should be the one for you, so don't go away. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, where we review tech related to making YouTube videos and other gear recommendations just like this one. So if you're liking the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. So you're thinking of taking the plunge into the drone market. There's been a lot of activity in this category lately. You've seen some of the advertisements and videos, but you're not sure which way to go. Do you go the DJI Mini 2 drone or one of the more expensive and fully featured drones like the Mavic Air? In this video, I'll give you 7 good reasons why you should pick the Mini 2, but make sure you stick around until the end because I do want to mention one thing you should know that the drone can't do. So let's get into it. First is the price. Overall, drones aren't cheap, at least one's worth buying anyway. Yep, you can get a $50 drone from a discount store, but believe me, it will end in tears. It will either be hard to control, doesn't have an app or controller that works the way it should, and will end up in a less than satisfactory experience and you'll end up wondering why you wasted your money. Perhaps you've been through that already and are finally ready to accept that you get what you pay for, so it's time to pay a little bit extra for some quality. Now the DJI Mini 2 is at the value end of DJI's range, but comes with many of the functions of their more fully featured drones, which turns out to be great value. You can buy the drone and some basic accessories for $449 to $499 US, but I recommend spending the extra $100 and get the Fly More combo for around $599. Now the additional accessories it comes with are worth much more than the extra $100. Compare that to the next drone in the DJI lineup, the Mavic Air 2, starting at $799, with the Fly More combo around $999 US. Yes, it is a better drone, but I'm assuming this is your first drone, right? Now we'll get into the features of the drone soon, which are important, but you want to know if you can even fly the thing, right? So the next thing I'll talk about is number 2, ease of use, which to me is a massive selling point for this drone. The DJI Mini 2 is very easy to fly, even for beginners. The DJI Fly app for your phone, combined with the controller the drone comes with, provide a very intuitive experience even for first-time flyers. Whilst the drone can zip around at amazing speeds, you can set it on a slower mode until you become more confident. The Mini 2 is extremely stable. Unlike some of the cheaper drones on the market, which tend to have a mind of their own once you get them up in the air, the Mini 2 is as solid as a rock. Once you launch it, it'll hover exactly in place until you decide to get brave and start moving it in another direction. So if you're at all worried about whether you'll be able to fly it, even if you've never flown a drone before, you can cross that worry completely off your list. Next up are some of the features. And top of the list for me is reason number 3, the OcuSync 2.0 transmission system. This is the system that connects your controller and the drone and until now has only been featured in the upper end of DJI's drone range. Its bottom end or consumer friendly drones have always had a Wi-Fi transmission system. Now I've usually had no major problems with the Wi-Fi system, but it is susceptible to the signal dropping out. And my friend's DJI Spark even flew off by itself on a trip in China and we lost it completely. I'll put a link to that video in the description below. However, OcuSync is rock solid, so adding it into the Mini 2 is amazing. The benefits of OcuSync being that you can confidently fly your drone for miles, although you're meant to keep it within line of sight, better signal strength and no signal breakup. Reason number 4, which as a result of having OcuSync in the Mini 2, the range is now much larger than the Spark. The range on the Mini 2 is up to 10 kilometers, which is nuts, compared to the maximum range of 4 kilometers on the Mavic Mini and 3 kilometers on the DJI Spark. Now I've never had my Spark out more than about 500 meters or half a kilometer without experiencing issues. I've seen lots of videos where people have had theirs out much further than that, but anyway, up to 10 kilometers on the Mini 2 with rock solid OcuSync transmission. Amazing. Okay, we're about halfway through, but make sure you stick around until the end because I do want to make sure you have all of the facts, because while I think the Mini 2 is the drone for you, there is one thing you need to know that the drone doesn't do, so stick around in case that's important to you. Reason number 5, video and photo quality. The Mini 2 comes with 4K shooting capability up to 30 frames per second, which is improved from the 2.7K resolution in the Mavic Mini, which, in a relatively inexpensive drone, is huge. It has a 1/2.3 inch sensor, 12 megapixel camera with the capability to shoot raw images, which is also amazing. It has an f2.8 aperture lens with an 83-degree field of view, which in camera speak is equivalent to about a 24mm lens, so plenty wide. Okay, forget the techno babble. The upshot is, it's a really good camera, takes very detailed photos and video. Next is number 6, flight time. In good conditions, the flight time is quoted at around 31 minutes, which is more than enough time to have a bit of a hoon around and get some video or photos, or even just a flight if that's what you want to do. Now bear in mind also that the Fly More combo comes with 3 batteries, which is heaps. Hey, just quickly, if you're getting value from this video, be sure to hit the like button below and the red subscribe button and the bell to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. I'd really appreciate it. Cheers guys. Next, reason number 7, portability. When it's all folded up, the Mini 2 is tiny, and I mean tiny. It's super easy to put either in a backpack or a small bag, or if you prefer, even your pocket. It really is amazing how small they actually are given the quality stable video you can get out of them compared to the drones over the last few years. The Mini 2 is so portable that you'll probably never go on a trip, either overseas or just a day trip, without popping it in your bag. And last but not least, reason number 8. Support from DJI to get you started. On their website they have heaps of video tutorials that cover everything from getting set up and started to using the functions in the DJI Fly app, like the pre-programmed intelligent flight modes that help you get some very cinematic looking video. With just the touch of a button, these flight modes let the drone fly all by itself, following a preset flight path where you just select the subject you want the drone to capture video or photos of, and the drone does the rest, before returning back to its starting point, which is very cool. Now this drone is getting big raps right across the board from new and experienced drone users alike. Matty Hapoya, one of the biggest YouTubers around and very experienced when it comes to drones, says in his video on the Mini 2 that in his opinion it is the first cinematic beginner's drone. I'll put a link to the video in the description below. But I need to be upfront with you and talk about the one thing the Mini 2 doesn't come with. In my mind it's not a showstopper, but it's still worth mentioning. And that is, the Mini 2 doesn't come with obstacle avoidance sensors like most of DJI's other drones. Obstacle avoidance sensors help prevent you flying the drone into objects such as trees and walls. They aren't foolproof, however. For example, they're disabled when you put the drone into sports mode, and depending on the model of drone they don't work in all directions. My old DJI Spark, for example, had them on the front, but not on the back, top or bottom. Now as I said, this isn't a showstopper, but it's worth mentioning. Now the Mini 2 is an awesome little beast, and if you're looking to upgrade from your old DJI Spark, check out this video where I compare the two and help you make up your mind. Or if you're looking to upgrade from the original DJI Mavic Mini, check out this video where I compare those two as well. Thanks guys, and I'll see you over there in one of those videos.